Good afternoon, good evening, everybody. This is Jared Allen here. I've got two wonderful people from Air Choice One. We've got Seannon Nichols and Taylor Wood joining us here this afternoon. We're going to talk about some pretty awesome stuff that's happening with Air Choice One. Of course, you've heard the name Air Choice One, especially in the North Iowa area with the different flights that they offer and the things that they have going on with Air Choice One if you're looking to do some traveling right now. And let's kind of talk about the larger, faster airplane for service. Let's talk about that. Shannon, do you want to take this one, or
I'm gonna let Taylor handle this one?
Taylor, go ahead. Go ahead.
So the current airplane we have is already beautiful. It's already so efficient, but we decided, you know what, we want to give Mason City something a little bit better. So we got a bigger airplane. It's got two engines, flies higher, goes faster, just as comfortable. It is a slick airplane. We just first introduced it recently, and I actually got to ride it back in January. And I'm a skeptic by heart. I'm a skeptic by nature. And so I'm like, okay, there's been a lot of talk about this. I'm kind of curious to know if it's as good as everyone says it is. And I was highly impressed by its performance, how quickly we're able to get to our destination, and it doesn't sacrifice any comfortability or any baggage. So we're super excited about the 1900 coming. It's already been through Mason City a couple times. Maybe those who are listening have already ridden it before, but it definitely would be have a permanent home in Mason City, Iowa.
Sure. And I've seen some of your aircraft. I've gone inside. I've toured a couple of them a couple of times. And I mean, they're very clean. They're very state-of-the-art. And to know that you guys have got a new aircraft that's, available in Mason City, that's even more exciting, because the one that I saw was a few years ago, and that thing was pretty sweet.
Yeah, so we're not the old one, but the one we've been currently using. It's extremely comfortable, and then our staff does a great job of making sure it's kept clean so people are comfortable and people enjoy their experience. I mean, who likes looking out a window with fingerprints all over? That's usually, it destroys the ambiance. But this new one is going to have just the same comfortability, just the same cleanliness. It's just going to be faster. It's going to fly higher. It's going to get you destination quicker. So we're super excited about that.
Sure, and you guys offer flights to Chicago and St. Louis, correct? Those are the flights that you guys currently have available?
Two primary ones are Chicago and Minneapolis, and we also do offer flights to St. Louis as well.
Okay, excellent. And obviously, with the newer plane, how fast can you make it to Chicago from Mason City?
Currently, let's see here, Mason City to Chicago, I'd say is about an hour and a half, hour 40 from here, maybe a little bit longer. It'll cut that by 20 minutes at least.
Yeah, sure. And for somebody that's driven to Chicago, I think I would rather fly than drive, because it's
a bit of a stretch. Yes,
yeah, it's like an 8 hour. It's like an 8 hour car ride, so you can make it to Chicago in an hour and a half. So, Shannon, let's talk a little bit about your partnership with Choice Travel. You guys have got this partnership with Choice Travel that you guys are offering now. Tell me about that a little bit.
So this is something that Air Choice One is so excited about, because we love Mason City. This is one of our favorite towns, obviously. I mean, all of our towns are our favorite towns, but we love Mason City. And we wanted to roll out the red carpet for all of our cities by offering white glove concierge service when they call customer service now. So some people who may have been skeptical to fly because they're not sure about making connections, or they're not sure about travel times, now we take care of all of that for you. So when you call Air Choice One customer service, you're now speaking to a trained, fully trained travel agent who is part of Choice Travel Agency, our partner. And they can create a comprehensive itinerary for you that includes lodging, that includes airplane connections on other carriers, not just Air Choice One. And we can give you travel insurance and ground transportation, the whole works. So we're very excited about this. We can get it all in one itinerary for our customers, and they don't have to do a thing. They just have to fly.
Yeah, so super simple, because I mean, if you think about it, if you're planning a trip, you take everything into consideration that you got to do. You got to get your hotel booked. You got to get, reservations made if you're going to go have dinner somewhere, or you got to, maybe you need a rental car or all these different things that you think about. And obviously with the partnership, that makes things, super easy for people that are interested in traveling. And obviously, with Air Choice One, and you can go spend an evening in Chicago which, walk along, Lake Michigan, or even up in the Minneapolis area, which that's even, that's a cool place to travel as well, with Air Choice One. And of course, a few of the flights that you guys offer to St. Louis as well, which I've been to all of these cities, obviously living in the Midwest, and they're all wonderful, wonderful destinations. And obviously with that, the Choice Travel Agency making things so much easier for people when they book a flight with Air Choice One. So that's pretty awesome. Let's talk a little bit about your COVID response. Obviously, with everything that's been going on in the news and in our world today, and how everything has kind of changed, obviously everybody's had to adapt to change, and us as a society have done a really, really good job with doing that. And what are some of the things that you guys have done at Air Choice One for the COVID response?
I'll go ahead and take that one. We've been taking as many extra cautious measures as we can. If you go to our Facebook page, one of the first videos you'll see is an extensive video of the process our crew goes through and the staff goes through to make sure that an aircraft is clean, sanitized, make sure that our customers feel comfortable. We just mandated masks this past week. Just make sure every passenger is wearing a mask. We're following CDC guidelines as well with that. Just making sure we want our customers to feel comfortable. We don't want to discourage them from flying. We want to encourage people to feel safe when they're flying, to feel safe when they're going to their destination, whether for business or for leisure. So we've done everything possible that we can to make sure they're comfortable, that they're safe. And I'm very proud of our staff. We're very, very proud of everyone that's involved to making sure that those things are taken care of.
Yeah, absolutely. And that gives everybody a peace of mind too, to know that when you do get on a flight with Air Choice One, you know that you're going to sit down in a clean seat, and you know that you're going to be well taken care of, and you're going to arrive to the destination that you're going to safely. So that's the important thing. And that, because there's so much uncertainty, and some people may be nervous about doing different things, but that just reassurance from you guys really, makes people feel more comfortable. So that's good to hear. So we want to hear some feedback. So if you're viewing right now, we want to hear what you're thinking as far as Air Choice One. If there's anything that they can do better, or things that you'd like to see from Air Choice One, is that kind of the view that you guys are looking for here? Is just some feedback to let everybody know what the community is thinking about you guys?
Absolutely. I mean, we really care about the community's input. We service you guys. You are our bosses. We love to hear what you think, and we want to know exactly how we can do better. So we're servicing Mason City as best we can.
I've got a question for you too, now that we're kind of discussing how many different flights are available to each of your destinations per day. How does that kind of work?
So it ranges. It definitely depends on the scheduling and how the planes are operated. Taylor, I didn't mean to cut you off, but it definitely differs per city. I couldn't give you a concrete number, but
sure,
that's something that our operations definitely takes care of, and we try and make it as fair as possible.
Sure, absolutely. Is there anything you want to add, Taylor?
I was going to say that for Mason City specifically, the majority of the flights do go to Chicago, with quite a few going to Minneapolis. St. Louis is, I believe, one that goes to and from, that connects through Fort Dodge.
Okay. So that's kind of you go to Fort Dodge and then on to St. Louis that way, correct? Okay.
Yes, sir.
It's kind of which is still great, because St. Louis is a wonderful city, in addition to Minneapolis and Chicago. And obviously, if you do make it to Chicago, there's so many other different destinations that you can go to. Worldwide flights, things like that. And we're truly lucky to be able to have, Air Choice One be able to service us and take us to, such airports, even Minneapolis too. You can go just about anywhere. You could fly to Minneapolis, go from Mason City to Minneapolis and fly to Germany or France or something like that. And, and you got that convenience right here locally. Awesome. Well, thanks you guys for joining us here today. Anything else that you want to add here today? Of course, we're speaking with Taylor and Seannon from Air Choice One. It's great to hear from you guys and hear that things are going well. And obviously, you can comment on, if you're on Facebook right now and you're viewing our live broadcast, even at the conclusion of our live broadcast, you can comment on there as well. And some folks from Air Choice One will be happy to hear from you, the public, about what's going on. Anything else that you guys want to add here today?
I just want to add that if you'd like to submit any comments to us about your air service, please email us at marketing@airchoiceone.com. We read every email that comes in, and we take it to heart. So we appreciate your feedback.
Marketing@airchoiceone.com. I'm going to throw that up on the screen right now. That's correct right there? Correct
That is
email
correct.
address? All
That
right,
is
there.
correct.
So if you've got any questions or comments or anything that you want to share with the Air Choice One crew, just go ahead and email them at that address. They'd love to hear from you. And, Taylor and Seannon, thanks for joining us here today. I learned a lot. It was great to hear from you and about some of the great things, too, that Air Choice One's doing right now.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yes, absolutely.